So now it's better. I think
I,
the tablet is not working. I don't know why.
no worries, no worries. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Housekeepers Podcast. I am your host, Ralph Peterson. And you know what? We're having an international show today. Catia, you're coming from all the way from southern France. Is that right?
Yes.
Southern France. And so we have a little technical difficulty. So it took us a little bit.
It's true.
Welcome to the show, Catia. I'm so excited to have you on.
Thank you so much, Ralph. I'm really, really excited to do this interview with you.
Me too. Are you on a tablet or a phone?
This is a phone.
Can you turn the phone sideways?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Look at that. See, that's a better picture. I like it. Good. Perfect.
Thank you.
Do you have to hold the phone or can you set it down?
No. I have this, but don't worry. I will take care.
Okay, good. good. So how do you, I apologize. Is it Ciabatti?
Ciabatti.
It's the C that sounds like a CH to me. I keep getting it wrong. I'm going to get it right.
Don't worry. Everybody in France say Ciabatti. In English, Ciabatti, but actually is Ciabatti. Cha.
Because you're Italian, isn't it? Right?
Exactly.
It's Italian. Right. And so let's just get into it because I know that when we talked, gosh, it seems like we talked months ago at this point. But when we talked, you were talking about how you wanted to create a standard for the cleaning industry in Italy.
Exactly. After more than 30 years, I am in a special period in which I need to give it back to new talents. Everything I have learned during my experience in the housekeeping department and the hotel industry,
Yeah.
So I will be grateful if my project will be approved. Soon I will meet the director of the hotel school in Monaco, and after the prime minister of the Monaco Principality, because our project is to define a special professional study path to become a housekeeper. Today, in almost Europe hotel school, there is not a path to do that. In fact, they studied reception and housekeeping together, but there is no way to have a special path, study path.
And you know what's so interesting about this for people who don't know, because it's not like that in the United States. When in order to get the director position or to become the executive housekeeper position, you have to start at the bottom in a hotel that you want to work your way up into. But let's say that you work your way all the way up to the top spot. It's not as easy to just transfer from one job to the next and keep that position. If you take another position, you lose all your credentials. You lose all your time in service, and you kind of have to start all over again in the next hotel.
Exactly.
Which is maddening if you imagine how long it takes you to work up the chain to finally get to the executive housekeeper position, and then to lose all your status, or you're not, it's not transferable to the next. It's definitely something that needs to be talked about, because I totally see where you're coming from. And I really appreciate that you want to take everything you've learned over your years of service and pass it on to someone else. So if you don't mind, let's go back to the beginning. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Florence, where I was born almost a century ago. I'm joking.
I was going to say, holy moly, you look great.
Actually, no problem. I was born in 1967. It's for that I'm joking with you. And I was born in Florence. There is this city is one of the capital of for the art, for the beauty, for the spirit of Renaissance and innovation, and it's a really meeting point for different culture all over the world. And when
So
you have,
did you grow up there?
sure,
Yeah. So what was it like growing up there?
wonderful. Wonderful. Just imagine to work every day in an open air museum. Have you ever been to Florence,
I
Ralph?
have not. I have not.
It's time to come.
No question.
It's
I'm going to
time.
pack my bags today.
It's time to come, and you will see. You will tell me, and I will do for you Cicerone. You know Cicerone.
Of
Cicerone.
course.
Cicerone is the guide for foreign people, and however, the spirit of Florence, when you are born there and when you live there for almost 20 years, makes you like a mark. You can be everywhere in the world, but you will be always a Florentine. That's for sure. Hmm?
I like that a lot. I like the idea that it's an open air museum. Like
It,
everywhere you
it is.
look,
It is really in each corner you can see something from the past and you can learn from it. And is this spirit that you take with you all over in the world. And maybe once I will be back and we will see the future, you know.
so you grow up there, and you said you lived there till you were 20.
Yeah,
Did
sure.
you work at all as a is I don't and pardon me for not knowing, is it common to work as a kid, as a teen?
um, I haven't understood. I haven't
When
understood your question.
when when did you get your first job? When did you start working?
Oh, it was a century ago again, because because after graduation, I attended the hotel school in Florence. After graduation in June 1986, I started in September 1986, the same year, as a room attendant. It was a scandal, Ralph, believe me, because after 5 years I was supposed to be a concierge. And my spirit of curiosity told me that I should know what was this hotel product. I studied for 5 years, but nobody told me about rooms. Okay, so I wanted to discover this special department. And for the last stage at school, they sent me in the housekeeping department of the Hotel Michelangelo, that is owned again from Star Hotels own this hotel. It's the only hotel chain, Italian hotel chain, that is still alive. And I spent there 15 days. They were the best days of my life because I knew how to make a bed with the good sequence of service, how to clean a bathroom in the right way, in the right time also. I've never seen the guest during that experience, but when I closed the door, I was sure that the guest uh, could have could feel how I have worked with for him on that. And what else? On that age, imagine that in Italy, to become a room attendant, you should have a qualification. That means you were obliged to go to the labor office and fix a date to have a sort of examination. And on the date they gave you, um, you were supposed to clean an hotel room and a bathroom, and the general manager of the hotel and the director of the labor office check your room for you. Is everything was okay? Your qualification arrived. And I did this. And that's why now, after more than 30 years, regarding the hotel industry and how unprofessional employees are hired, imagine that with all the crisis, with the COVID emergency, there is really a need to find professional room attendant, valet, porters, équipier. That's a French word for the male figure, professional figure that work in the housekeeping department, because we need really to come back to the old professional of this magnificent work. If we don't do that, it will be really hard, because believe me, for me, after vaccination, the only way to get out of this pandemic is our professional, what we are doing every day in each part of the world. Our professionalism, sanitization, disinfectation, all the things well done that will help going out of this crisis.
You reminded me of, so you have a couple of things going on. So first, I really appreciate the struggle that you're talking about, and I love the passion that you have for cleaning and how much you found it. And you're reminding me, especially when you think of like where you grew up and how you kind of grew up in this outdoor fresh air museum where everything is just very not only beautiful but old and well maintained. And a lot of times in the cleaning industry, we think about clean and dirty. And the truth is, in the cleaning industry, it's all about care. It's about care of the property, care of the museum, care of the hospital, care of the stadiums, care of the streets, care of the towns, care of the homes, care of the hotels. And it really comes through the way that you're explaining it. And I just truly appreciate and love that you're so knowledgeable and committed to passing it forward. It's really, really wonderful. And let's talk about COVID a little bit, the coronavirus and the pandemic. How has that affected, for you? What did it look like?
Actually, in the French Riviera, during summer, we are not suffering about the lack of tourists.
Okay, that's good.
Is open. Europe is open, and we have guests coming from England, coming from all over Europe.
Excellent.
Sure, we are missing Americans. We are missing all the other people coming from China and the rest of the world. Arab people, sure, we are losing them. But we are lucky that Europe is open. This is not the same in the art city, like Florence, like Venice or Rome, in which there are so many hotels still closed because of the lack of international guests. And that's why it's the right time to see our internal procedure, to have a look at that everything, when the pandemic will be finished, that everything will be in the same way that before the pandemic. Because if we don't do that, when the crisis will be finished, we will be at the same point which ancient procedure with products that are not more allowed because of sanification and disinfectation that are changed. Today, a room attendant spent more time into a hotel room because after cleaning, she has to make a sequence of sanification. This is really, really important for the guest. And if this process is not done, there is a very big problem.
So you guys are now cleaning rooms twice. So you're going in and you're cleaning it
Exactly.
once, kind of soap and water kind of thing, changing linens, sweeping, mopping. Then you're going through again with a disinfectant.
Yeah.
Are you guys using foggers or anything like that, or is it just straight
Yes.
disinfectant?
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
foggers.
This machine help us a lot. Most of all to accelerate the process because reception is having a problem with guests because check-in time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can imagine, is not possible sometimes when you have a 100-room hotel and you have 80 departures and 80 arrival, and 3 o'clock in the afternoon is the check-in time. Sometimes we are really, really in big trouble.
What time is checkout?
It depends. In a in a five-star hotel, there is no checking out time because guest is our king. Mm? So is the ability of the executive housekeeper and the assistant and all the little angels, as I call them, our inspectors, our housekeeper, rooms housekeeper upstairs, is the ability to move the personnel from the second floor to the third or from one suite to another to give the best service we can and to assure that all the procedure, the seconds of service are respected. That's the magic that anyone can see. The guest the guest cannot imagine what there is behind scene, believe me.
Oh, I know. I've been working in the housekeeping industry for a long time. People are oblivious, which is good. That is the entire point of our job. But I was just trying to say, I love, first of all, that there's no checkout time. Although I think I might abuse that. I would be one of those who stayed later than I should have.
Yes.
But I was just trying to point out that it's not when you have check-ins at 3 p.m. and sometimes checkouts not till 10 a.m. That really reduces your ability to turn over, like you're saying, 80 rooms in 5 or 6 hours. It makes it real challenging.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of room for error.
Exactly. Over there, it's how can I explain to you? It's a really teamwork that can be successful only if everybody is a part of the other one, you know. And that's the more important things when you create a team. Everybody is not alone. Everybody is heading the hand of the other one. If someone is in difficulty, we all are with him or we're there. Also, the executive of housekeeper, the director of housekeeper, no worry for to cleaning a room or making a bed. Oh, Ralph, Ralph. Oh,
Happened there. It's all right. We're back.
yes.
That's
I feel alone. I feel. feel alone speaking to myself.
I apologize. I don't know what happened.
Don't
Welcome to the
worry.
internet.
Don't worry.
I
So is
apologize. You
that,
were saying.
yes, that's the key for a successful housekeeping department. Being only one team with only one goal. Every day giving the best service we can.
Million
That's
percent.
our mhm, that's our
Yeah, we need
philosophy.
we need a little bit of that philosophy over here. Sometimes, sometimes we struggle. Are you guys? Let me ask you this: are you guys struggling with getting people to work?
Mm-mm. During this period is very, very hard. I don't know what's happened, but people after lockdown are are not are not are not available anymore to do this kind of jobs. And I can understand because you get into the private life of each guest, you get in touch with clothes, with everything, and maybe there is someone that is scared about. But okay, it's a dirty job. What we need someone that could do that.
Yeah, yeah, no question. So, what are people doing if they're not
You know,
working?
in in Italy, lots of people have received. I don't know how to translate. Uh, Government had had money from the
Money from the
government,
government money. Yeah.
and in France too. And in France too, same situation
So they're getting money and they don't have to work for it.
for the moment. But
Right.
once we will be obliged to work again. And I'm asking myself what they will do after.
Yeah, we're having the same challenge here in the United States. We're it's the same thing happened where the because of the lockdown and everything shutting down, the government stepped in and started to help people financially, and now we're struggling to get people to go back to work.
Sure.
Sounds like the same
Um,
thing happening there.
yes, it's happening the same here in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
But we are also lucky in some way because our seasonal employee are always there, and they will help us. Sure, if the percentage of room occupied will increase, there will be a problem, serious problem to cover.
And where do you get your seasonal employees? Where are they coming from?
Here in the French Riviera, they're coming from all the village near Monaco, but the most majority of them are coming from Italy because from Liguria is the region near French Riviera. Lots of Italian every day are coming to work to Monaco. Imagine that something like 4,000 person moving every day east est coming from east and west in Monaco.
I live just outside of New York City, so I can imagine that many people moving in
Exactly,
and out of a city every
exactly.
single day. Yeah, absolutely. I'm well aware, well equipped, well equipped.
I visit your town in 2003 just to discover New York. One of my best friend lived there, and yes, it's so enormous, so huge, so important. Everything is big in New York, David. David, my friend, always saying that to me.
That's really great. I'm super happy to hear that you were able to come over and see it. That's really wonderful.
Hmm. Yes, and I appreciated lots of things. I stayed there 1 month, the month of August 2003, when the blackout came. You remember
Sure.
the big blackout? Oh, it was a night where I understood lots of things about solidarity and things like that. I had
Everybody
one
coming
of
together. Yeah.
exactly, and I discovered that if there is a blackout, no water in the sink, no water.
It's you don't realize how much power creates everything or enables everything, to include water.
Exactly.
You everything shuts off when the power shuts off. That's why power is so important to us here, or everywhere, actually, I imagine.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's so great. I too love. I, I like it when everybody comes together, and you can come together for a common good. You can come together in tragedy, but when people all come together and start working together and helping each other, it's a really wonderful thing.
Exactly. No, this is our force. Human being is helping each other. There is no difference. There is no color. That's why I hope this crisis will make us learn something more about that.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. So let's get to exactly. I know we talked about it in the beginning, exactly what it is that you're hoping to accomplish with trying to get some standards or some certifications for the cleaning
Yeah.
industry.
Yes.
In so you're saying there really isn't much of one at all in Italy right now, or in France?
Actually, if you want to become a professional housekeeper, both in the hotel industry or in the outside outsourcing company, you know what I mean. There are lots of hotels that have all the housekeeping department with an outside company, outsourcing company that provide housekeepers, room attendant, everything they need. Um, and my dream is to give also these people the professional guide to do their work, because unfortunately sometimes these people are not training at all. They came into an hotel. Somebody gave you a sort of instruction, oral instruction, and go and save your life if you can. But I think that it's not possible to do it anymore.
Especially, it's funny is that housekeeping and cleaning in general has always been very important, and it's always
Exactly.
played a very key role in business, especially, and I don't want to use the word especially, a key role in every industry, from hospital, healthcare, to
Airport,
hotels,
airport,
airports,
everywhere.
manufacturing, cities, towns, museums, right? So it's always played a very important role, because we need to be keeping things clean and neat and cared for. And what the pandemic has kind of done is it's added that safety component to it, and said housekeeping and cleaning is not just about making things look nice, it's also about making sure things are safe. And
Exactly.
that perhaps is what you're talking about. That's where the professionalism comes in, that we need to have these standards.
Exactly. In lots of little village uh, in France, but also in Italy, there is this big increase of bed and breakfast in private apartment, in private little borgo, little village that are like this one in which I live today, a medieval village in which you have lots of tiny houses empty. And during summer, people are coming from all over the world. But if I can show you the way someone is cleaning, you will say to me, it's a nightmare. that. It's a nightmare because we have really the need to make people stay safe during their holidays.
Is house cleaning a big thing where people go to people's houses and clean for them? Is that a big business in France?
With private houses,
Mm-hmm.
yes, there is a really huge request, and lots of time in the last 5 years in Monaco, lots of people call me at the hotel to find private housekeeper for apartment, for villas, for yacht. And over there is a really opportunity to increase this market. But once again, we need to create a professional study path, because improvisation is not more our key. It's for that I'm repeating uh, this. Really, we need to try to find the way to create a very easy study professional path
Yeah,
for
no.
this figure.
Is there any association that
Yes,
so there
yes.
is there? What are they?
Alors, both in Italy and in France, Executive Housekeeping Association. But
Executive Housekeeping Association. Okay.
exactly. But you know, also this association needs to improve, because now I'm joking, and I hope nobody will feel will feel how can I say, it's not tea time. The meeting we do should be more constructive, you know. This battle that I want to do needs also to be pushed by this kind of association, because it's easy to see each other once per month, once in your hotel, once in my hotel. The GM will come us. We have tea time, we have biscuits, and that's all. But at the end, we need to move forward. Can you understand me?
I absolutely understand, and I'm just wondering what's the first step. So what should you be doing next? Are you is there do you have the ability to present? Do you have the ability to teach courses or present at the association level?
My next step will be in September. During this month, I will meet the director of the hotel school in Monaco, that is really interested in the project, and because he has a study path, old, a very old study path, about 30 years, has not been changed, and he is really interested in this way of changing the, the way that students can become an housekeeper. But the same can be done also for the other department. After that, he will help me to meet the Prime Minister in Monaco, the Prime Minister of Instruction, you know.
Uh, yeah.
Because to change a student program, we need authorization from the government. It's not so easy. Why Monaco? Because Monaco is a really tiny state. Everybody know each other, and it's easy to do things like that. But my dream after this will be approved is to go directly to Rome, because my country needs to do the same. But you know,
Yeah. So what you're proposing is that you want to start teaching the
Hmm.
professional standards of the cleaning industry. What at
Yeah.
what at what level are there programs currently? Are there universities currently that have any kind of cleaning training, housekeeping training? I know, isn't there like concierge training? Is there a school for that, or do you have to actually get a job at the hotel to get that training?
No, unfortunately, both in France and in Italy too, there is no university for for this kind of studies. There is in Switzerland, in Swiss, there is in Germany, in Holland,
I think in
but
India as well, there's a
ex-
hotel and hospitality
yes,
university course. You can study hospitality. You can't do that
exactly.
in Italy
No,
or in France.
no. There are some master that some in some way from the north, in the middle of Italy, in the center of Italy. There are masters 6 months, but they are you need to pay a very expensive amount. But I think that is not the solution, because after that maybe the person is will be hired by a five-star hotel, and it's finished. My idea is that public school needs to have this special professional path. Public school, because tomorrow when this crisis will be finished, we need room attendant, we need uh, porter, we need valet, and it's now the time to create them, to demonstrate that there will be a very good job after that.
Where I went to high school, there was two separate programs. One was for building trades, kind of like carpentry, electrical work, that kind of thing. But they also had a hospitality, which was based, it was really more based around the kitchen. It was really based more around culinary arts, but they did have that hospitality kind of section in the high school. And I can totally see what you're saying, how useful, how beneficial it would be to both the individuals in that are going to attending school, as well as the industry who are trying to get people who come out of school to have any kind of skill set. And I think you're right on. I think this is super smart, and I think it's very thoughtful the way you're putting this together.
I'm sure about that, Ralph, and believe me, it will be maybe it will be the last things I do on this planet, but I need to arrive to have this approbation.
I like how passionate you are. Are you interested in not just creating the program, but would you be happy to teach the program?
Um, I will let you know what I learned during the month of July. Um, it's a time of study for me, and I discovered that in France, with all the experience I have, there is a special way to become a teacher for adult. It you must meet a special commission in which you take an examination, oral examination about your experience, and if they are all happy with your answers, you will have your certificate that will permit to become a teacher, official teacher for adult people. And I found that I can tell you that this is a really good things, because if I should uh, now I'm 53. If I should follow the program to become a teacher, 5 years, 6 years, again, too much. But with this special VAI, valuation of experience, your experience, it's easier, and my dream will come true.
So you have to first have an oral interview where you have to prove or validate that you have the skills and the knowledge in order to even move forward.
Exactly.
And
I will make a dossier, a document, a specific document. I will have a tutor that will help me, and after there is a commission that will interview you, and after that, is everything is okay, you will be certificated as a professional teacher.
okay, all right. Here in the United States, it's similar in that you first have to take you have to take some professional classes, and then you have to I think maybe different teachers, maybe there's a different certification process, but what I went through is you have to put a lesson plan together. You have to be able to actually demonstrate that you can teach a course, you can put objectives together, you can test your theory, explain, get the, people involved, get the test results so that people actually prove that they are learning from you. So it's a necessary step, but not an easy one.
No, not easy. In my careers, lots of time has been dedicated to the um, teaching teaching others, because when you open hotels like I did, when you change the property from international property as I did, um, there are all the processes, um, pedagogical, I don't know how to translate that. Um,
Periodically,
that
so scheduled, timely.
Exactly, but
Sure.
there is also a way in which you need to create a team. Most of all, multicultural team. I remember once I had 45 country in the same hotel.
Wow.
And believe me, over there, Mr. Kofi Annan will be will be happy about me, because make them working together with a smile, with passion, hands hands all together. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Indeed. Indeed. Trying to get two people in the same house to work together is challenging. I can't imagine.
Exactly.
Getting
Exactly.
people from 45 different countries all on the same page. If somebody wanted to help you or find out more about what you're doing, how could they? Is there a website, an email, a
No,
phone number?
no. For the moment, no website, because I think a little bit different. I am someone a little bit out of the box, that really loves to make things different. There is the email you have is always working, and the phone number aussi, and my little enterprise is called the art of the service.
The
The
art
art
of the service.
L'art du service en français, l'art du service, because I really believe that our service, what we give to the guest, it's really hard. Remember the beginning? I came from Florence. Art, innovation, spirit of Renaissance. good handcraft things. And you can see the fil rouge. I started with this. Look now, after 44 minutes, we are again on that. There is, but it's that. Really, that's my life.
I think when you pull it back and you kind of look at the entire trajectory of your life, it totally makes sense to me on how. I mean, it really goes to show how valuable and important our surroundings are as we grow up, because it kind of sets the backdrop for how you view everything else. And so when you grow up in a place like Florence and you grow up around not only beauty and architecture and history, but you grow up around people who care deeply about maintaining, restoring,
Yes.
and passing on all of those wonderful gifts from the past. I think it's hard to make any other person than a great person who is very thoughtful and kind, which is clearly what you are.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you very much.
It's pretty
However,
impressive.
you will be one of the first to be informed when all this um, will be in place.
That's right. That's right.
I
As
promise.
soon as this is over, I'm heading over there.
Yeah,
You
sure.
could
You
be
should come. You
you can
should
be
come.
my guide.
Yes, Cicerone. I will be your
Cicerone. That's
Cicerone.
right. Cicerone.
Cicerone.
That's right. Cicerone. Got it. Got it. Got it. I will put you, with your permission, I'll put your contact information in the show notes. So if somebody does want to
You
reach
should.
out and okay,
You
great.
should.
Cause so that way we have a pretty large audience. And so if somebody has an idea or somebody has a contact, or if somebody wants to get involved and help you create
Sure.
a
Everybody,
certification
everybody
course,
is well. Everybody is welcome. Really.
I like that a lot. And it's interesting. We have to go through the same steps where you have to get permission. You do have to show proof of concept, and you do have to prove that there's a need for a new course, a new curriculum, a new idea. Over here, you can test it a lot easier because we can sell things. We can just go open market and say, hey, I have this great idea. I'm going to start this course. I'm going to start this online class. I'm going to start this in-person class. I'm going to start offering these educational, this whole new educational concepts that maybe are not being offered anywhere else. And we can find out quite quickly on whether or not people are interested or not interested. Is that something you can't do there? Could you just start it on your own? Could you just do it, go in and trying to get people to enroll in your own private course?
Yes, Ralph. In fact, October 2020, I opened my little firm, enterprise, because in France it's easy. You have the right to open it with 2 clicks on the web by
Oh,
your
wonderful.
home address.
Mm-hmm.
Your home address will be the address of your professional little firm. Mm? And that's really easy, and you can begin uh, to make your activity. Actually, I am a consultant, hotel consultant now, and in October I started a collaboration with an important society in Monaco. They gave me the responsibility of 6 head of department, and I was really glad to do that for them, because I helped them to take the Hotel de Paris, that is a symbol. It's the most famous hotel in Monaco. And in April, I had, with my collaboration, they had all the lobby area Now they are inside the Hotel de Paris, and they are taking care of the all lobby areas. This is an outside company that, in a very smart way, has understood that the professionalism of hotel people can help to get into the market again.
That's really fantastic. It's very common here in the United States to have an outside contract cleaning company. It sounds like it's pretty common there as well.
Yes, it's pretty common, but unfortunately, the problem is the professionalism of people coming from this company. Because, how can I say you? If I'm hired from an hotel, my salary will be X, okay? An outside company pays employees really, uh, it's a basic salary, okay?
It's
And
less.
people
It's less,
ex-
right?
much
It's less money to work for an
exactly.
outside company. Yeah.
Exactly. There is no training. There is no procedure. Everyone can work 2 days here, 2 days in another hotel, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for the employee. It's a nightmare for the housekeeper that will receive these people, and it's a nightmare also for the guest, because at the end the quality is not what should be.
Yeah, that
And
you kind of get what you pay for, right?
yeah,
It's
yes,
true in automobiles and it's true in housekeeping.
exactly, exactly. And that's why, in my idea, we need to be collaborative with outsourcing company. We need to training them. We need to give them the same time to be a good room attendant. If my room attendant will be with a designated trainer, I mean, the oldest room attendant, they take care for you for the first days, that show you how you need to make a bed, clean a bathroom, which is the right sequence of service. Another room attendant coming from the outside company is not treated like that. Believe me, someone give you your list of rooms to clean, your master key, go. No,
Mm-hmm.
in the respect of people, in the respect of guests, that should be changed as soon as possible. As
Mm-hmm.
soon as possible.
Yeah, I've worked for and I help contracting companies expand into healthcare. So healthcare, there's a huge need for professional cleaning services in healthcare in the United States. I'm sure it's everywhere, but it's we have a
Mhm.
huge need, and it is training employees, training staff on a consistent basis. It's got to be one of the most challenging things that all of us are facing. And I like the idea. I like the two-prong approach. I like that there is a real need for people who are currently working in the cleaning industry to get continual ongoing training. And I think there are some companies that do a really good job at it, and I think other companies can do a lot better. But I really like the idea of starting even further back and bringing it to schools and universities as a hospitality profession, and giving people the opportunity to get that training before they reach the job market. Because let's be honest, a lot of the qualities that we are looking for in our cleaners, kindness, thoroughness, eye for detail, showing up on time, getting all your work done, being where you're supposed to be, all of these things, they're relevant and important in every industry.
You are right. You are right. But this is the ABC for the hotel industry and also for the cleaning company. Because after the experience with this important company in Monaco, I have understood that they need to know how to smile to a guest, how to look into the eyes, because people wants that. They don't want, okay, magnificent hotel with silk, with marble, everything you can buy for them, but the service is something different. It's like a very nice gift box, but if you open the box and inside is no there is no soul, the service is the soul of the hotel. That's the key. We should try to transfer to the new talent for the hotel industry and also for the cleaning, because I feel really near to those people every day, cleaning janitorial into the airport, into the railway station, everywhere. I never miss once to give them my regard, my smile, and say buongiorno, good morning to them, grazie to them, thank you to them. But it's
I
not easy. It's
uh,
not
I
easy.
I think this is a good place to stop. Because I think you, again, full circle, put a really, really nice definition on the end here, which is simply, it's not only about clean, it's also about service,
Exactly.
which is how we
Service.
started. It's not just about clean, it's about caring, right? Like that's what we're talking about. How, because people are not just cleaning a museum, an airport, a hotel, a hospital. They're caring for a museum, a hotel, an airport. And that's what we want from that's the best customer service. It's all about
Exactly.
service.
Exactly.
It could be not the cleanest, but have the best customer service, and I would take it over being the cleanest and bad customer service.
Yes. You're perfectly right. This is the key for the future. Sure.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. It was really, really fun and
Thank you.
interesting and impactful. And what a great conversation.
Thank you to you, Ralph. And really, my compliments for you to doing that every week for our job. Thank you so much.
It is.
This, we need this vitrina, we need this channel to exchange, to make this job really important again in the eyes of the other people.
Agreed. It's always been valuable. It's always been very important. It's always been professional. Just nobody's known about it. So
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Thank you for
well,
everything. Thank you
you're
for everything.
welcome. You're
And
welcome.
I'm sorry if my English is a little bit Italianish.
Your English is great. Your English is really,
Thank you,
really
Ralph.
impressive. It's way better than
Thank
my
you.
Italian or my French. So
Don't worry. 1 week with me in Italy or in France, and you will be able to speak. Don't worry.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Thank you so much. That's it
Thank you.
for us here at the Housekeepers Podcast. Again, if you enjoyed today's show, please make sure that you subscribe, that you write a review, and of course, you tell everybody about the Housekeepers Podcast. We would really appreciate it. We are trying to get the message out there that this industry is not only great, fun, and professional, it's very important. And there's a lot of fantastic people like my friend Catia here, just
Thank you, Ralph. Thank
the
you,
best people in
everybody.
this industry. That's it for us. The Housekeepers Podcast, the cleanest hour in podcasting. I'm Ralph Peterson, and I will see you all later.